Happy Monday, Internet. It is May 1st, 2023. It is Monday. I got to stop hitting my microphone. I hope you guys didn't hear that. That would be really sad. Anyways, these unscripted little tidbits are just what they are. I'm going to do it in one take, as long as everything behaves, including the dogs and the camera. Camera's been acting kind of funky. Pissing me off. You know, kind of want to hit it, but I'm pretty sure that wouldn't help it. So I just got to pet it maybe. I'll talk nice to it. You're a nice camera. Be a nice camera. To me. So I don't have to do this twice. It's 11:26 in the AM on the East Coast here in the United States. And let's have a look at what's going on with the BTC. We got 28,139. Big red candle just appeared. So that'll make it interesting to talk about. And then we got, I'm going to look at ADA and Link this week. So we got ADA at 38 cents and Link at 688. And let's skip these. I'll probably remove those because I'm just going to keep skipping them. But right now we have BTC operating just underneath our trend event. Our trend event is at 28,340. And the 1 sig, the lower side 1 sig is at 28 flat. So we're losing a little bit of steam in terms of going up. Obviously, because the candle is red and therefore it is going down, but how far down it can go, 28,082 right now. That's the lower side 1 sig and what I'd be looking for there. Establishing price in and around that lower side 1 sigma right here would allow it to return to mean pretty easily at 28,340. But you could see here in the deltas, we're at 29,435 on the top side and 27,245 for the low side. So there's not a whole lot of room. We've got a pretty compressed trend right now because the market's feeling a little bit slow. It did exactly what it was supposed to do, right, in terms of what Jarvis thought over the weekend, right? We had a sleepy weekend, a little bit of sleepy Friday, kind of a lazy Saturday. It woke up a bit on Sunday, tried to test 30,000 with that 29,900-ish range, rejected 30K, down to 28.5, right? And now we're getting a little bit of a leg down, how far down it can go. I'm not really, doom and gloomy. In fact, I'll pull up the real-time chart really quickly just to make sure that I'm not going too fucking crazy. Yeah, there we go. So we're at 28,000 in this candle and stuff. I'll just keep the price up here. But right now, of course, the alts are going to respond in kind to this one candle that shows up. Whether or not this is going to be sustained sell volume or not is suspect, right? I don't really see that happening. But let me show these levels for ADA. The trend event being at 38.58 cents with the lower side 1 sig at 37.97, just underneath 38 cents. Getting underneath that is going to be a lot of work for ADA. So even touching that lower side 3 sig at 36 cents even is kind of like, I'm not going to say it's a no, right? Jarvis sees things and things happen, but you can see we haven't really touched the lower side 3 sig for ADA in 3 weeks, right? So I really wouldn't see that being like a thing that we're going to be seeing right now, especially when it's down here in this 36 cent range. Getting back above the trend event though at 38.58 would actually be relatively bearish, but again, the deltas are a bit marginalized. We have 41.15 cents on the upper side, the outside 3 sig for ADA, which is kind of par for the course. It ranges between 37.5 to 41.5, or maybe sometimes 42 cents, and then just kind of comes back down. Pretty easy waves to see for ADA. But right now, these levels will kind of give you an indication of how to take advantage of that and what the swings look like over the next 24 hours at the very least. And scrolling down here, you got BTC. This is why I'm not freaking out about it. It's actually hovering above the lower side SR1 right now, just beneath it actually. But hovering in and around that with 28,164 for that, with the lower side SR2 at 27,000. That's a pretty substantial delta between the SR1 and the SR2 on the low side. But if we can get price behavior to kind of behave around here, then it might find its way back up to the mean, right? Which is 29,103, right? Kind of makes sense. But if you start to see like an open and close happening underneath this level, underneath this SR1 right here with this 28,164, if you see an open underneath that and it closes beneath it on a 1 hour candle, then possibly we could start thinking about that lower part of 27,000 for BTC. But do I see any lower And are we going to hit that 25,123 max support for BTC? Not today. We're just limited on volume and level of bravado in the market right now. And it's not for lack of interest or anything. There's definitely plenty of things going on out there in terms of, consistently trading, and the order books are looking exciting, kind of, but it's just not thick, right? With goodies. The SR2 underside, which is where we're at for ADA, again, you can see it plain as day here that is a level to beat if you're thinking about going short to that 34.89, right? 34.89 cents for ADA, which is a far cry. The probability of us hitting that, it would take an elevated amount of market action that we have not seen at this level, anyways, for actually the entirety of April. It's just really not there. So building price here is a good sign to return to mean. And you can see that clearly here, which happened on the 25th out to the 26th. It doesn't take very long for it to turn around. So you get price action that establishes here over a day, and then it climbs back up and touches that mean. The mean, of course, being 41.9 cents, right? So kind of just ADA is being kind of easy right now, which is a good and a bad thing, because, I mean, deep pockets can see that and actually just kind of like play against what the market's expectations are pretty quickly, right? I'm not saying it's going to moonshot it to the upper side 1 or 2, right? The upper side 2 here is a 45.6 cents, and it sent it there mid-April. I just don't see that kind of behavior happening today. So the next 24 hours, not the play. But establishing price action here in and around 38.2, sure, I can see that. A move back to the mean at 41, no problem, right? As long as that level holds. If that level falls, then, it's a different day. Then we're talking 35 cents, doom and gloom. So here's Link, though. The reason I wanted to bring up Link is because it's been really interesting with this SR2 level. And it really has been trying to get to this max support at 646. It tried just that one time right here. And the rejection of that, and then the push out, right? This push out to this SR1. And the SR1 on the underside is 738. That delta is huge, right? So the reward ratio on this is actually pretty nice. And playing in this range wouldn't be so bad. So it's not a call. I'm just saying, according to Jarvis, that's looking pretty cherry. That's it. That's it for me today. So how good the camera stayed on and everything. That's fantastic. So till tomorrow, if you have any questions or whatever, comment, like. I'm not going to put up a thing to say subscribe or whatever,